I'm going to talk to you today about what building a personal brand has done for me, my career and my business. I'm going to share with you what it takes to build a personal brand with confidence that converts. So you can get on other people's radar and open doors of opportunities you didn't even have to go knocking on. Here's the thing about a personal brand. There's too many Latinas who simply don't consider themselves worthy, talented, wealthy, or important enough to see themselves as a personal brand. How do I know? Because I used to be one of them. Unfortunately, this is also the case for many women in our communities. A recent LinkedIn post by Valeria Aloe, author of the award-winning book Uncolonized Latinas, mentions research shows our behaviors and decisions are influenced by cultural unconscious messages of inadequacy and lack. Valeria says, if we're not aware of these, we end up impacting our career growth, being overly modest, and not developing our personal brand. We end up not asking for help from mentors and sponsors and working ourselves past exhaustion. I would be remiss if I stood before you today and didn't bring this up among us. Because in today's world, a personal brand is key. It's a key component in building trust. And trust is critical in career and business building. I mean, think about it. When are people more likely to trust you enough to hire you or do business with you? They're more likely to work with you and buy from you when they feel as if they know, like, and trust you. That's the know, like, and trust factor those of us in business and marketing might have heard of before. So I'm gonna do an exercise before we go on. By show of hands, I want those in the room that consider themselves a personal brand to put your hand up. Okay, I like this, but there's room for improvement. What if I told you that every hand in this room should have gone up when I asked that question? Every hand in this room, because every person in this room has a personal brand. Everyone has a personal brand. So it isn't a matter of whether you have a personal brand or not. It's a matter of, are you developing that personal brand? Next time you ask yourself, am I a personal brand? The answer to that question, amiga, is yes. Sí, yo, y ella, we are all a personal brand. So we need to just get over that hump and keep it moving. And now we're gonna work on, are we developing the personal brand to effectively attract opportunities and open up doors that we didn't even go knocking on? Knowing that, we're left with, how does my personal brand effectively represent me, my experience, and values, which is what people, companies, and brands want to know. The good news is we're going to work on that today. And hopefully you leave this room today knowing you are a personal brand and being aware that to work on developing that personal brand to be like a magnet. I've been leveraging this concept of a personal brand since before I had no idea what a personal brand was. I was completely clueless. I didn't realize that the content I was sharing online was serving as a magnet. It was serving as a magnet to attract all types of opportunities. Think about it. If I was able to do that, and I had no idea what a personal brand was, nobody had talked to me about this, it wasn't talked about in college, let alone in my circle, imagine the possibilities for you now that you have the power of that information, now that you have awareness. You, unlike my younger self, are building a career or a business in a different time than when I was in school. During a time when the concept of a personal brand isn't all that foreign. Right? We're all our own PR when we do social media. We're all our own marketing. And we know a thing or two about wearing multiple hats in the Latina household. Imagine the possibilities. Let me walk you through what a personal brand has done for me. I can say that it served not only as an extension of my resume. Guess what? It's been even better than any resume I could have ever whipped up. And that's because it served as an evolving version of my resume. Even as a college student, and then a career professional, and now an entrepreneur. My personal brand captured so much more than I could ever put on that paper. It said so much about my skills, experience, and values as a person, which again, that's what people, companies, and brands are looking for when they're considering you for opportunities. My personal brand captures so much more than I could ever say on paper, right? This is about visibility, amiga. It's the digitization of your reputation. Now, I know it took me some time to wrap my head around this concept. So if you're feeling like, where do I even get started with this? Don't worry. If you're feeling that way right now, we're gonna do another exercise to help unlearn and relearn some things about personal branding, which, by the way, it's got nothing to do with how many followers you have, how much money you're making, how many times a day you post, whether you're on Instagram or TikTok. Your personal brand has nothing to do with that. But the biggest thing is it's got nothing to do with where you are in your journey. You can get started today. The second exercise, I'm gonna ask you to take your phones out. I promise it'll make sense. Please take your phones out, open up the camera app, and put the front-facing camera on. Just like if you're taking a selfie in the car, right? At Target on the parking lot. You know you're looking cute and you just got done shopping? That's like that. And what I want you to do is just take a photo of yourself, a quick photo. It doesn't have to be a great angle, we're not sharing it, don't worry. It doesn't have to be cute. Just in this moment, una photo, boom. And once we do that, I want you to hold it up, and I want you to do this and do this, like a lighthouse. Like a lighthouse. Hold it for just 1 second, okay? So this phone that you're holding up, this not the phone, not the device, this photo of you that you're holding up, this representation of you, just emitting your light, it's a beacon. It's a beacon drawing attention to your skills, your experience, your values, what you stand for, your brand. That's what this is. Wikipedia defines a lighthouse as a tower or other type of structure designed to emit light from a system of lamps and lenses and to serve as a beacon for navigational aid. That part right there, I just want to sit on. Navigational aid. Well, who are we navigating here, Nadia? One of my favorite people to follow online, Chris Doe, has built a solid personal brand. He says, to be known, you have to be knowable. Make it easier to find you than your competition. Recent studies tell us that people want to do business with people, not your logo or your headshot from 7 years ago. What does that actually look like? What has it done for me? Whew, where do I start? It's opened up doors of opportunities, like I said earlier, because this is the one thing I want you to walk away with, that I didn't even have to go knocking on, okay? In 2015, on LinkedIn, where I posted my on-camera work from internships, I helped get started again the student news channel at my college. I would post that content to LinkedIn and Facebook. I get a message. I get a message about a volunteer opportunity from the founder of an organization whose mission is to celebrate Latino professionals in Philadelphia. Months later, your girl right here, I'm on a Philly news channel hosting a TV special. I repeat, this was in Philly. Your girl is from South Jersey and was still living there at the time. And so how did this man find me? And how did he know that I was fit? And how did he know that he wanted me on his team? Didn't have to go knocking on this opportunity. This opportunity came knocking on my door, my personal brand. In 2019, as a stay-at-home mom looking for an outlet, my Instagram became this microblog about motherhood and modern parenting. And I know now, but I didn't know then, that I was going through postpartum depression. So I posted content about that, what I felt, my experiences, about being a new mom and cute photos of my baby. My story gets featured on 12 News here in Phoenix for a Mother's Day special. Months later, I'm ready to go back into the workforce full-time. I walk into an interview for a social media manager position. The company is a baby products manufacturer, selling in Asia, Europe, and across Latin America. Midway through the interview, they start asking me questions about the content on Instagram. They already looked me up. They knew what I was posting about. Even better, they knew I could write. I could write and create content, speaking to an audience that was very similar to theirs. So, of course, I get the job. I get the job that starts out as social media manager and then works its way up because we hustle and we work hard as shit and put it all into it, and then I move up to director of marketing. Never in a million years did I imagine this could be possible from the content that I'm posting on a platform, sharing about my everyday. June 2021, I leave a comment on a post on Parents Latina magazine, on their Instagram page, speaking of how my husband and I are raising a Latino son and confronting machismo. A writer for the magazine DMs me, and I'm pumped. I'm like, okay, they want to interview me? This is so cool. No, no, no. They wanted to interview my husband, Mr. Ramos. So, okay, the personal brand puts in some work, okay? Not just for my benefit, but Mr. Ramos is as well. Okay. Is he available for an interview for the June issue? It's for Father's Day. Okay, so Mr. Ramos gets his name on the June issue. Okay, cool. So fast forward to November 2021. I secured an opportunity to work with Arizona State University in a U.S. Department of State program. It added not one, not two, 3 clients to my roster. Like that. Boom. Another opportunity I never went knocking on. It came knocking on my door. Jen of La Jefa Status, I don't know, I haven't seen you, but you're...
She couldn't make it, but she was...
Jen can attest to this story. Again, Jen of La Jefa Status can attest to this. She dropped my contact. I didn't know Jen like that. I'd seen Jen once. I attended an event she invited me to and spoke to her briefly and got some video of her, and then I was out and on about my way. And I get an email from U of A about this program. Yes, Jen of La Jefa Status said amazing things about you. I was like, I don't know Jen like that. But apparently Jen knew me like that. Jen knew, liked, and trusted me enough to recommend me. See, your personal brand can carry you into rooms you didn't even know existed. It's got the potential to save you a seat at tables you had no idea are being built. Have you name dropped in conversations about projects that are only ideas and concepts in people's heads? Just a few weeks ago, before I even stepped foot on the stage, I'm on the phone with a woman who saw Mujeron Movement's post about me speaking on stage today, and now I'm discussing an opportunity to speak in Milwaukee. I've never been to Milwaukee. But it looks like your girl might be visiting Milwaukee soon. Also, I'm out in Texas, so all this travel, I don't know. I mean,
Never play.
that's right. So the next thing I want you to do is refer to your workbooks, something that I put together for you, a one-pager. If you're not feeling confident enough today about the idea of developing your personal brand, this is a good starting point. Whatever you write down on this sheet of paper, this is gonna evolve, because the personal brand evolves with you as you grow, as you take on bigger challenges. Remember, your personal brand is always evolving, right? This isn't set in stone. In your workbook, whether you're a career professional, a business owner, it doesn't matter. This applies to you, regardless of where you are in your journey. And these are the 3 P's of personal branding. We've got perception. Paint the picture of 2 overlapping circles. And in one circle, it's perception, what you think of your personal brand. What do you think about you, your skills and values? The other circle, what do people think about you? Somewhere in the middle, because they overlap, somewhere in the middle, that oval, that's where your personal brand lives. That's what we want to focus on. The second P is about positioning. How am I positioning the solutions that I offer? In other words, what do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known for your homemade and eco-friendly skincare products? Do you want to be known for your award-winning self-help book for the modern Latina? What is it? And again, this applies to you whether you're a career professional or an entrepreneur. The third P, power/possibilities. When it comes to pricing your products, services, what power, what possibilities does this afford me? Amiga, I want you to take what you're doing. As a career professional or an entrepreneur, I'm gonna leave you with this. As a woman committed to growth, take that and use it as your beacon. Emit that light through the journey you're already on, the ups and downs, the experiences that you get to live, the struggles, the blessings, the wins, big and small, the impact your work has on your community, what that means for your family, and the future generation of Latinos in this country. I'm gonna leave you with this quote from brand consultant and brand strategist, Hemnata Mishra. Personal branding is integral to all careers, no matter what they consist of. It's all about what you can bring to the table in certain effective ways to maximize your potential and opportunities. In other words, when people look you up, let them see your track record. Hold the receipts. That's what we need to do to build your personal brand. Mujer, may you grow on and do amazing things and leave your mark in your community. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia, so much for that amazing. So Nadia is my marketing strategist, and literally, like, this event is possible because of her as well.